I remember having Mark Romney's in a headlock all the way to America.
He's going to love you with his bit. You've got to stop other people, and that's when people aren't happy. It's keeping everybody happy, moving in the right direction.
Is that the terms ready for its peak?
Yeah, ready for his peak performance, mate. Yeah. Cheers, boys. It's actually been a year since we took a little trip to Gran Canaria. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
It's been a year, mate, yeah.
This trip, this is the only time we sat down. Gran Canaria we didn't get to sit on.
In fact, we saw more sunshine in the winter this year than we did when we went away. So
I'm still recovering mentally, I think. That broke me. I was going away for a nice little 4 days. This is how it was sold to us.
Yeah.
Away for 4 days, bit of sunshine, relaxing, bit of beach and all that. What happened?
Well, I don't know. But I'll tell you one thing, though. Well, I don't know if you two do, but I still tell the banana fan.
Yeah. What is it? It's a what and not a what?
It's not a tree, I'll tell you that. I still tell that back to the kids at school, man.
I don't think I've ever been to a sunny place for 4.5 days, 5 days, and had half an hour by the pool.
That's ridiculous. We did do some trekking up mountains a lot, didn't we?
Yeah, lovely.
More driving.
Good food, though.
And you threw your aeroplane off the top of the mountain.
Didn't go anywhere, did it?
It's just that's still there.
It must be.
It's in a cove somewhere. Someone's got to find it. So while we're having beer, obviously everyone wants the stories about dress rooms and what goes nights out, and we've all had them, all been involved in them. If you, first of all, who have you seen lately for beer? Any of your old teammates? Have you caught up with anyone?
I saw Dean Ashton in my local. He was just getting ready to go and watch the darts. So he was about 8 pints of Guinness in.
Oh, nice. He's on a bit of health kick in a minute, He's looking good, isn't he?
Yeah, it looks well. I saw him doing pull-ups and stuff, because he's a big dude.
Yeah. Do you think he's done that green room where he's actually got help with it, but he's actually doing it himself?
No, he was always quite a strong boy, but he didn't really do much exercise.
He's a unit, and he calls himself the
massive,
carcass. I mean, he's like lifting a carcass when he's pulling himself up. He's a big unit.
I seen him the other day, actually. He was watching his boy play. And yeah, he looked in good nick. What about you?
Always see Gossy, obviously down the club with us. Now, Gossy was back in the day. You obviously know Gossy now, and people met Gossy quite a bit. Most mild-mannered man you'd ever meet in your life. Great handshake, very polite, calm, not the Gossy of old. When he had a few of these inside him, now there's some stories about his
big drinker.
Unbelievable drinker.
Who was the biggest? Was he if you had to pick one pint, who are you going for?
Yeah, it was him. He was. I remember seeing him having punching competitions with Mike Walker at the back of the coach after a game away, being sick on Gary Megson's feet.
Nice.
Yeah, I remember him making Cole Bradshaw sit in a river after he've had a drink with him in Ireland. I remember having Mark Romney's in a headlock all the way to America.
He's going to love you with his bit.
But
you wouldn't believe it, would you?
But no, you wouldn't. But that was kind of the a bit of our generation of what went on, that team spirit and that
was
team.
The thing, though, wasn't it? I was saying to someone today, we were in that era of Tuesday was you trained or you played for the reserves. And you went out, didn't you?
Yeah.
Especially as a young man, when I was at Halifax, we had some big drinkers like Paul Storman and people like that, Lee Butler and Chris Wilder as well, big drinkers. And if you didn't go, it was like a bit of a slight. You weren't part of the team. So as a young kid, I didn't have any money, but you went out and kind of stayed as long as you can, and then you got in that little good group. And the same with the weekend, the Saturday game, you had a couple of beers in the bar afterwards, and out you went. But obviously,
the Tuesday used to be a big training day, didn't it? So you do your running, and you'd get beasted on a Tuesday or.
Ruin it all on the night and then on a Wednesday. Who was the biggest drinker in yours? You, probably. You can drink, though.
Dion was pretty big. Dion can drink. Yeah, he likes ale, though. It's old school,
Does he?
Yeah, he can just drink loads of it. It's flat as well, and it's kind of like.
You must be up there, though. You can drink, can you?
But he runs it off, though, doesn't he? 20 kilometres a day.
For my weight, I'm all right. I'm up for my weight, I'm all right.
You're a good pint drinker, I'll give you that. I wouldn't want to. We used to come in for the vets, and then literally we'd be knackered and go just down on. Yeah, I'm a bit thirsty. It's finished. So oh my God, he's on one today.
I then went to Leicester from Norwich, and I had a team of Neil Lennon, Steve Walsh, Nezzy Izzet, Matty Elliott, obviously Jerry Taggart, obviously Walshy and you, Tim Flowers. Literally a drinking
I think that would be up there.
That definitely broke me. But again, if you turn up and you go out for a night out, you have to be part of it, and you have to kind of feel like.
And you're off the size of most of them as well.
Exactly. It didn't take me long to get drunk. I'll put it that way.
Cheers, boys, anyway. Cheers.
Nice one. Thanks for
coming round and enjoying a nice cold beer.
Thanks for the pint there. Norwich City, what you making the season so far? It's actually been all right, isn't it? Considering I think we were going to fall away at one point. We seem like
I think it's a bit weird, isn't it? We've always talked for weeks about we think there's going to do that. It's kind of tattered out a little bit. Then a few results away. Then we see the score last week 5-1 and just blown away second half, which was a terrible first half. And it's just been one of them seasons at the moment.
I think if you look at it with what, lost 10, drew 10 and then won whatever it is, 12, it's been like up and down season, but it's kind of been enjoyable. I think the fans realise what we're trying to do, but it's just a matter of finishing it off. I think we've had a half-decent start, but it's kind of like building towards the end of the season, which is the important bit, really.
Yeah, it's been quite exciting under Johannes as well, isn't it? The way he's sort of building his squad. Obviously, a lot of older players going out the door, a lot of younger lads coming in, and some ones we probably haven't even heard of. But it seems quite exciting.
I think the change is a big thing, isn't it? I think the youth and the model that they're trying to do, you can see it on the bench. The team they had on the other week, a couple of young lads coming through the youth team, which is good to see, which we've been waiting for. I think the consistency is just the league, isn't it? The league's, to me, the league isn't that outstanding. I think there's a big gulf between the top, the middle and the bottom, to be honest.
For me, then there's a great opportunity for a playoff place, isn't there? Still, doing what, only a couple of points or 3 points off?
I think the teams that we expected to beat, we've beat. So your Lutons, your Plymouths, and then we battered at home, rightly so, because they were rubbish. But we've still been a bit indifferent away from home. I know we picked up a good result against Watford, but I still think away from home we've got to be a little bit more solid. And against the better teams, I still think we've got to turn up and show them what we can do. Really. Because I think at home we're pretty comfortable against most people, but away from home, I think we've got to really show other teams what we're about.
Yeah. And would you argue as well, like when the full squad is fit, is a full allocation of players in terms of Sargent and Nunes and Kenny and obviously Borgia as well? Well, they are probably a competitive team, aren't they? But it's keeping them everybody fit at the same time.
I think it's the biggest thing. It's keeping everyone fit. That's the biggest thing at the moment. It's trying to get everyone back, get everyone firing, and get a full squad together. That's what we haven't had, that consistency over there. I do believe that the playoffs are still reachable. I don't think there's that group are massively going to stretch away. I think the top ones are starting just to kind of probably getting ready to kick on and disappear, I think. But I think that middle zone's anyone's. I haven't seen anyone in there like, right, you're going to really get out.
Is there a danger of being too young, though, as a squad, Hucks?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's okay. Having young players gives you a lot of energy, but it also gives you an experience. The older heads are going to be important, so your Angus's, your Kennys, and even Duffy to a certain extent, he's been an ever-present.
That's literally the only three, so there's ones you could mention.
Yeah,
well, then Macondes is 29, so we forget.
Yeah, Sargent's obviously, when he's fit, is probably the best centre forward in the league, so keeping him fit is a big thing. But the balance is going to be difficult for the manager because we've got a few new signings now, and then when you've put Nunes back in, you put Size back in, you've got to drop other people, and that's when people aren't happy. It's keeping everybody happy, moving in the right direction.
And loan moves are always traditionally quite difficult, aren't they? Whether you get them right, they're quite a difficult one. It's more about the personality. Do they want to prove themselves? Like Doyle's been a great example of that, I think, isn't he? Doesn't matter where he goes, he wants to win.
I think it's suited Doyle. I think Doyle coming in, being next to Duffy or being next to Grant, remember that experienced head beside him, which he's kind of not had. I think that's massively helping, just having that settlement next to him to kind of talk through a few things. I think it's difficult. It is difficult. It is difficult to bring young lads into a group and bring a lot of them into a group. And it's about keeping them happy. It's all right having big squads and youthfulness, but that youthfulness can be the other way, where they're having a bit of a go because they're not playing. They thought they were going to come and play. So I think for the manager at the moment, he's getting the fine balance between the two.
So Hucks, you're a bit of a connoisseur at the beer as well, aren't you? So what do you make of this? You love your Madries, what's your Moretti's your go-to, isn't it? What do you make of this one?
Yeah, I'm enjoying it. It's nice. It's probably slightly better than I thought it was going to be honest.
Is it nicer because it comes out of a nicely Norwich City branded?
I'm not sure I'd have one if it wasn't yellow and green, but it goes nice with my decor, so perfect.
What about you, Ollie?
Yeah, it's all right. I like it, actually. I'm trying to not have too much. I'm trying to keep the weight off for a minute, but it's quite nice. Yeah, it's all right, actually. I'm doing all right.
I've lost a bit, to be fair. That was a bit of a dig, but yes.
Yeah, I've lost a stone at the minute, so obviously trying my best. But no, it's nice. I like it. Nice, ice and cold. I like it cold. How long does it take to brew something like that?
I think it's 2 weeks. The proper stuff.
Yeah, you mix it up and let it settle for 2 weeks, and then you have to then put it in your fridge to
cool down and get.
What? So you fridge all the time, or
no? Leave it on the side for 2 weeks. Then you put it in your fridge for 2 weeks. Once I think it's kind of ready for its peak, and then you have 2 weeks to settle. And then
is that the terms ready for its peak?
Yeah, ready for its peak performance, mate. Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah. When it's ready to go, it's lovely.
And you'll have a party here as well, Hucks, as well. So this will go down well, won't it? You ain't got to pour anybody.
It's very tender. That's long amount of people comes to my house, but yeah, it's all right.
I do a few of them for the 2 weeks for the Hucks party. I'll tell you that. But no, it's good. I quite like it. I quite like the design of it, actually. It's good, and the beer's decent, to be fair. Cheers, boys.
Cheers, boys.